Hello and welcome back to some more Genshin Impact. So, I am going to be continuing the Aranara stuff with the Vamana Agama first chapter quest. It wants me to talk to Royan John, or however you say that name. You agree to help Jazari investigate the ruin golems so that you may enter the suspicious underground ruins. The Emidiv device, which is supposedly able to unlock the ruin golem, is said to be in the possession of a merchant in Port Ormos. So it's that guy right over there. Welcome. You must be travelers from abroad. What brings you here to my shop? Would you like to make any purchases or seek to appraise any items? So you're Ryan John, the antique dealer, right? Oh, huh. Ryan John, the chief antique appraiser, to be precise. Did you come specifically to visit me? Well, I shan't let you down then. We're looking for a certain antique. Oh, then you've come to the right place. If you can name it, Ryan John here can tell you about it. I've probably seen enough antiques to lay out across the entire marketplace. Even the academia might not have seen quite as many. We're looking for the, what's the thingy's name again? Paimon can't remember. Hi, we're looking for an Amity device. I've never heard of something like that. Hey, you just said that we can name anything. Haha, don't worry, I haven't heard of that name, but I might yet know of the thing you want. Antiques tend to have a variety of monikers, you see. Can you describe the thing that you're looking for? How should I put it? The documents didn't include a particularly detailed description. It's an item in the style of those ruin machines, and it should be an identification device of sorts. It should be marked with a unique Conria-style pattern that can be recognized to be chronologically different from the common type seen on ruin guards, thus marking this as some sort of earlier version of the device. And considering what we know of ruin archaeology... alright, you can stop now. I know what you're looking for. What? So you know? That's so very helpful. Thank you. In that case, please give it to me. That's not how this works. This item is very precious. If you really want it, you'll have to pay for it. And that's 500,000 mora, at the very least. It's really not that much money. 500,000 mora? It's an antique, you know. What I'm offering is a pretty common price. But what if the mora we spend here can't guarantee a successful report? Let's just help him out, shall we, Aether? Wow, Paimon, I'm surprised you're willing to part with the money. We've helped others bargain before, haven't we? You're probably a dab hand by now. I'm good at dealing with merchants, I guess. Really? That's a relief. I'm terrible at things like this. That's everything on me. Just take it. I'll have to find a gig with the Eremite over there, if that's not sufficient, though. Okay, so I need to adjust it. I don't know, there. That should be good enough. Fine, I'll just make do with that amount. But treat the item well, okay? Each antique has many stories and emotions behind it. Pretty good, Aether. Well, here's the remaining funding. Wait, what is this? Isn't this just a normal Chaos Core? Nonsense, that's no ordinary Chaos Core, but the core of a Ruin Guard prototype found in Stormtear's lair. See, the marks left by the Great Wolf King of the North? This is a unique treasure, alright, and no mistake. Then isn't this the one we saw at Stormtear's lair? Didn't Dane take it? This one's gotta be a fake. Maybe he was deceived too, or antiques are sold for their stories. I don't know. I guess deceived too. Well, I don't know about this Dane fellow, but I sure have heard of Stormtear's lair. Anyway, if you have different insights about antiques, we could discuss them in private. Whatever this is, it's definitely not the Amity device. What I'm looking for is a key that can open up the ruined golem on Devantaka Mountain. According to my research, it should be in the hands of your grandfather, Mr. Hassad, the Golden Adventurer. Well, at least that was the case several decades ago. Why didn't he tell her that to begin with? Jazari describes the story of Mr. Hassad to the Golden Adventurer or something or other. Oh, come on. You should have just said this earlier. You didn't exactly let me. Haha, but that really brings back memories. It's been so long since I last heard stories about my grandpa. When I was little, Grandpa would often tell me stories of his adventures. I thought then that he was just bragging. But what do you know, he actually was that awesome. Speaking of which, it is mostly because of him that I became an appraiser of antiques. All the stories about treasures were just so intriguing. Still, the thing you spoke of is not here with me. You haven't sold it off, have you? I wish I did, but treasures don't stay where they don't belong. As they say, I mean, isn't that what happens in all treasure hunting legends? Well, Grandpa didn't care about any of that stuff, but according to him, that device engraved with the ancient characters was lost during one of his adventures in some underground cave. That was a long story, one which he told me so many times, but I can't remember a single word of it now. Actually, I even planned a treasure hunt for it with some others back then. And as to whether we really found it again, well, if we did, it should still be hidden in a secret base at Vamara Village. A secret base at Vamara Village? Did you grow up in Vamara Village too? Haha, I always went there to play when I was a kid. You know how kids love their secret bases. Could you please show us the secret base? Perhaps we could find some clues there. So, this thing is that important to you, huh? Still, I haven't been back for over 10 years. It's an important matter pertaining to scientific research. Alright, since you bought something from me, I'll take you there. But try to manage your expectations, okay? I really can't remember what happened that long ago. We're counting on you either way. Hooray, to the secret base we go. Huh, okay then. Then let's go. Okay, Araraiken understands. Araraiken will follow you. Speaking to herself again? Poor kid. Oh, I guess Paimon must have been talking to Araraiken for a second there. And I didn't catch it. Was this a domain? It might be a domain. It should be in a cave somewhere near here. Is my memory going or something? Why don't we ask the villagers of Vamara Village? They should know if there's a cave around here. The villagers? There's no point in asking them. This is a secret base. How would they even know where it is? If I remember correctly, the cave entrance should be behind these vines. So let's split up and search for it. This great researcher and I will go look over there. You two search this place, alright? Okay. Sure. Alrighty then. Let's start our search from the vines here. There really are so many of them though. These are not vines. They're Vamadha. Oh great, another word. You know something about this, Araraiken? Yeah, these are Vamadha. Aranara made them. Why would the Aranara make this? Aranara make Vamadha when they don't want Nara to enter a place where Vamadha are present. Only Aranara can enter. Aranara are pretty small, but the place has been blocked completely. Paimon thinks even you can't get through. Nara can't get in, but Aranara can sing. Vamadha spin when they hear us singing, and when they do, we can enter. Spin? Yep. Nar Aether is a friend of the forest. If you sing Nar Aether, the Vamadha will hear it. Come on, Arariken will teach you. Another song to learn, huh? Arariken taught you this song. It has the power to turn Vamadha such that paths will be opened. Play the song on the vintage lyre when next to these strange spheres to activate the Vamadha. After this, attack the activated Vamadha to cause it to rotate. What's up ahead, hmm? Ah, look, someone's been surrounded by hilly churls. What you talking about? Oh, it's unrelated, I think. So, play this here. And down, right, up, left. And now I'm supposed to attack it, right? Yay! Wow, no kidding. It really started spinning like a ball. And there's our mysterious cave entrance. Arariken remembers this cave. Eh? Did you make this Vamadha, Arariken? Arariken doesn't remember, but little Nara must be protected. This much Arariken knows. Well, we've no clue why this place was sealed by an Aranara, but this should be the entrance to the secret base. So let's call those two over. Haha, I knew this was the place. Our secret base should be this way. How did you guys find it? Arariken did a great job. Either way, since you found the entrance to the cave, let's go in. We just have to find the Amity device next. It's pretty big inside. Don't get scared now. Okay. And here is a Dendroculus. Oh look, that's a Celia off in the distance there, and some kind of puzzle here. Very interesting. Some slimes down there. If I can get up to where that Celia is first, then I can solve that. Wait a second. Okay, good. Oh, the Celia's over there. I thought it was on top of that. I guess not, though. Oh, it's going further in. Was not expecting that. Will you, like, remove the vines for me? Thank you. Not quite what I was expecting, though. Let's go back to this room very fast to see if I can find anything special. Oh. Oh. Why didn't the treasure chest appear before? Gimme.
Unsolicited. And all the more valuable for it.
Okay, there we go. Now let's explore this room. I don't know if there's going to be anything in here, though. Oh, look at that. Let's just go over to this for right now. Wow, this place is really huge. You were a pretty impressive kid, eh, Ryan John? Not bad, eh? But it's much smaller than I remember. That's because you've grown up. Haha, more than grown up. I'm an old man now. But this place really hasn't changed at all. It's like time stood still here. Even the air smells the same. A single whiff brings back so many memories. Let's not waste time. Do you remember where the Amity device is? Patience, youngster. Let's just take a look around first. One thing has been bugging Paimon since we first walked in. What is this huge machine part? Oh, Arariken knows. This was moved here from the Giant Iron Mountain. Giant Iron Mountain? You mean it was taken from the ruined golem from before? You noticed it too? Judging from the pattern, such parts should belong to the ruined golem, though I don't know why it was arranged in this fashion. Perhaps you really do have some academic talent. Would you like me to recommend you to study in the academia once our project comes to a close? You're sure to make lots of friends there. That's not what this is about, but thanks anyway. But a child shouldn't have been able to move anything this big, so who piled it up here in the first... up here in this way? Maybe it was a forest spirit. Nah, just kidding. I can't remember. Arachon knows. Arachon moved it. How did you move something this big? Arachon can move it. Arachon is very strong. Haha, I remember 2 groups of us kids running around this big guy and play fighting. Were there that many children here before? In the beginning, yes. Our group's stronghold should be up ahead. Oh, I remember now. I think I buried something over there. I'll take you. Okay. Where specifically? Oh, not too far from here. Come on, come on. Paimon wants to see what we've got. Eh? It's just a booklet. Oh, this is good stuff. This was our adventure handbook back in the day. Adventure handbook? Don't you guys know about adventure handbooks? I thought you were adventurers from abroad based on how you look, and the fact that you're here looking for treasure or something. Yes, I did in fact get an adventure handbook. Oh, I've seen this sort of adventure log before. Right? Many adventurers write them. It's like an adventure journal, to record their experiences, plans, and even the clues to treasure locations. As you guys know, my grandfather was a great adventurer, though I didn't understand a lick of what he wrote into his adventure journal. Still, I grew up wanting to be an adventurer, so I made my own imitation adventure handbook. You could say that is where I got my start. I know how important this is to you, but it won't help us find the thing we're looking for. Now, not so fast. Didn't I tell you that I plan to find the Amity device? What happened then is recorded in this adventure handbook. Let me see. I remember that the 2 of us... Wait a moment. Why are there 3 people in this drawing? Has my memory already gone that bad? Or is it because my eyes can't see so well anymore? Did you need me to lend you my glasses? I have the latest model, as produced by the academia. Sir Researcher, are you really that... Forget it. Let me take a closer look. I'm pretty sure now that the Amity device should have been buried right here by yours truly. Great. So we just have to search this cave. Is what I would say if this place wasn't quite so big. Well, there's no need for that. The location of the device is recorded here. It should be... Should be where? Oh. Again, fairly close by. Yes, this is indeed the Amity device. See, I didn't lie to you guys. Yay, now we can scuttle right back and open that giant robot up, right? Hehe, Paimon's getting excited already. Alas, this is just a fragment. There's no way we will open up the ruined golem without a complete device. I can fix it if it's not been completely destroyed, but we will have to find some way to recover the remaining pieces. And as for these remaining fragments... Oh, don't be so anxious. The device was split into 3 parts, of course it was. But why would Grandpa put them in 3 different locations? You know what? This would be a very exciting story, if only I remembered more of it. 3 different places. So, are the locations of the fragments recorded here? Yes, that's right. The locations of the buried device fragments are all recorded in this handbook. We must have found the fragment buried here back then from, wherever it was at first. In that case, let's go find the remaining 2 fragments using this. We're the best at finding things, aren't we, Aether? We're pretty good at finding things, but as for people... or I could just say, yeah, sure. Heh, that's what I said anyway, but... I can't understand these writings. How could that be? Didn't you write these notes yourself? Well, this is actually a record of the adventure that the two, well, actually, maybe three of us undertook. I can't remember who this third person was, but I certainly haven't forgotten that old man. If you want to know the location of the remaining device fragments, you should go look for him. That old man should still be kicking even now, and if he is, he definitely still lives in Vamara village. He did say he would live out the rest of his days there after all. The old man you're talking about is Amadhya, right? Maybe? Oh, you know that old fellow. Well, that makes things easier. Take this handbook and show it to him. He should understand. Eh? You aren't going to come with us? Huh, I don't want to meet that old fossil. If you figured out where the fragments are buried, go look for them yourself. I would like to go with you, but my old bones aren't up to the task anymore. I wanted to be a great adventurer like my grandfather back when I was a young boy, and if it hadn't been for that guy... well, stories are, in the end, more important than the adventure itself. So if you collect any stories, please remember to bring them to me. I can give you guys this device fragment as a reward. How about that? It's a good deal, right? You have a deal. Well, looks like I won't be of much help in this endeavor, so I might as well wait here for you. There are a lot of parts here to study, and I'm not going to pass up the chance to do it. I'm counting on you two to bring the fragments back as quickly as you can. Things will get dicey for me if I miss the deadline. Huh. Wow. You know, Paimon is used to this already, but why has this become a problem that only the two of us can solve again? 2, you didn't count Aranara in. Bad Paimon. Aranara is Aranara, so you don't really count. Paimon's not sure what's going on here. How about we go see Amadhya about it? I think I decided to call him Ahmad from now on or whatever a while back. But I think I'll search this cave a little bit more for anything that might be in here. Okay, I don't think there's anything in this big room here, so I'm going to go to that one room that the Celia opened up and see what's back here. It may not be as big as I initially thought, or it may lead outside. If it leads outside, then I won't bother, obviously. But, yeah, it's leading all the way out here to this big area. I'll go this way very fast, just to make sure. Okay. So I'll go back to Vamara Village and talk to Maud very fast. And then after I talk to him, I'll probably be moving on to the Archon quest. Ah, we meet again. Friends of Rana. Is she not with you? I wonder what's taking her so long to patrol the woods this time. Still, this must be a special occasion for you to come see me. Well, yeah, it's for... You tell Ahmad about Roy and John, the secret base, and the handbook. So, you went to the secret base. What do you think? Pretty impressive, isn't it? Roy and John is here in Vamara, and still doesn't want to see me. That fellow gets more stubborn the older he gets. That's how he is, though. It's almost been 10 years since I last saw him. And that was when I had some business in Port Hormos. I'm relieved to hear he's still himself. It's an odd relationship you have between you, yeah. So, why doesn't Roy and John want to see you? It's a long story. You wouldn't mind hearing an old man prattle on, would you? I'm quite curious, actually. Yes, Paimon wants to know, too. Back when we were kids, Roy and John lived in Vamara for a while because of his grandfather. As a kid from bustling Port Ormos with a legendary adventure for his grandfather, Roy and John quickly drew the attention of the other kids. I was one of those kids who was fascinated by the stories he heard from his grandfather. Together, we built a secret base in a cave and dressed ourselves up as warriors and heroes with branches and flowers. To us children, the base was another world, where we went through countless imaginary adventures. Those old times seem like a dream now. Ryan John also mentioned that the base once played host to loads of kids. So what happened? All dreams end someday, or all kids grow up eventually. Yeah, kids do have short attention spans in any case, be it legends or adventures. These are just some of their many passing interests. By the time we realized the truth, Ryan, John, and I were the only two left in the base. No, make that 3 actually. Ryan John also mentioned that there were 3 of you, but he can't recall the third person anymore. I'm not sure either. It's been so long and we're both old now. Who could it have been? An Aranara, perhaps? These Aranara again. Now that sounds like make-believe worthy of children. If I had left Vamara with him, I'd probably still believe in all that. With him, you say? So why did Ryan John leave then? For his adventures, of course. That guy's been stubborn ever since we were kids. We'd vowed to become the greatest adventurers in the world, just like his legendary grandfather. But neither of us had the knack for being one. After my initial enthusiasm had worn off, I found that I had far more important things to do. So in the end, he was the last one left. That is why we're like this now. The way he sees it, I was more of an adventurer, yet I gave up before you did. Stubbornness, that's all it is. Still, it was also thanks to Ryan John's stubbornness that he wound up being the best antique dealer in Port Ormos. Well, that's it for the story. You want to know where to find the 2 fragments, right? It's going to take a while to mark them out for you, though. My eyesight's gotten quite deplorable in my old age. I'll count this as a commission from him. I used traditional Vamara cursive for this, which he should have been able to comprehend. He definitely would have back then anyway. Ahmad makes some notes about the fragments, using the handbook as a reference. It's done. Just follow the instructions and you'll be alright. To be honest, I never thought that this thing would still have its uses after all these years. Ah yes, I just found this in the journal too. Grandpa Ahmad picks a dried flower out from the yellowed sheets. Give this to Ryan John when you see him again. Maybe this will jog his memory a bit. Okay. Why didn't you say anything back there, Araiken? Ahmad's a good Nara. You have nothing to fear. Araiken wasn't afraid. Araiken has heard of the things you talked about earlier, and they're very familiar. Just can't remember them. Araiken was confused, so Araiken didn't say anything. That's quite a strange problem, Araiken. Yes, very strange. This is tiring, but at least we're making progress. Anyway, let's do what Ahmad said and go find the 2 fragments. Then give them to Jazari. Okay. And that will be in the next video, so instead... wow, they actually added in a few different quests, didn't they? Instead, I'm going to be moving back onto the Archon quest. So, did he convince them?
Raman, we're here.
Everything's been arranged. Someone will bring the village keepers back to Aru village shortly.
I guess all I can say now is thanks for agreeing to help.
Don't mention it. I think we can both agree you went to hell and back for it. But we share a common cause now. From here on out, we're allies.
Where are the perpetrators?
I'll bring you to them. Follow me.
This better not be some kind of trap or ambush. Oh,
so
okay,
these are the people who kidnapped the village keepers.
Oh, really?
Oh no, it's the scribe!
There's no need to yell. No one can help you now.
We've been all over the desert trying to find you!
That's right.
I don't think Sina's very happy.
General Mahamatra? No, no! Make it quick, please! Swift and painless!
Whoa. The moment they set eyes on Sino, they turn pale like they've seen a ghost.
You should have known that I would be coming for you.
Wait, we were just following orders. You know what I'm talking about, right? There's no way we could have done all this by ourselves.
No, not Sino. He's gonna tear us limb from limb.
I could do worse.
Please have mercy.
Start talking. Otherwise, I'll have to resort to other methods.
So, your superiors have kept you quite busy recently. Why? What are they trying to accomplish?
They, wanted to extract canned knowledge.
Don't play dumb. You know what I'm really asking. They extract divine canned knowledge. Then what?
I really don't know how to explain it.
Well, you better start talking or you'll be sorry.
You don't want to make things any more difficult for yourself, do ya?
May I ask them a question?
Be my guest.
The sages are trying to create a new god, aren't they?
Uh-huh. That sure didn't sound like a fancy metaphor or anything. You're serious, aren't you?
How did you know?
There's no use hiding it now. Yes, you're right. The Academia is working on an important and potentially world-changing project. They are creating a new god. A god that will belong to them and to the people of Sumeru.
If they're using who I think that they're using, then it's not going to work out the way they thought.
It may seem as if Sumeru's academics are thriving, but ever since the death of Greater Lord Rukkhadevata, scholarly breakthroughs have been few and far between. The withering of Irminsul has been getting worse recently. The sages have tried everything they could think of, but nothing's worked. I'm always hearing them say things like, if only Greater Lord Rukkhadevata was still with us.
Continue.
And then, someone from the Fatui showed up. They called him the Doctor. He brought a gnosis and said he wanted to borrow the Academia's research facilities.
Uh-huh.
The Doctor was previously expelled from the Academia. At first, the sages looked down at him in disdain. But when he said those words, everyone's expression changed. He asked them, "Do you wish to create a god?"
This is what the arrogant ignorance at the extreme end of academia looks like.
First, the Academia spent a long time constructing a divine vessel, which was based on an exquisite humanoid puppet. After that, they harvested dreams via the Zeb-Zerus Festival Samsara, maximizing the Akasha's output.
Okay.
With the Doctor's help, and the Akasha now functioning at maximum efficiency, they were able to use it to extract the power from the Gnosis and convert it into a divine core. Next, they decided that their new god needed to possess divine wisdom. For that to happen, they needed a huge quantity of divine canned knowledge.
It adds up.
But how do you determine whether the knowledge extracted is of divine origin?
Call it an educated guess? The Academia has been trying to figure out the exact source of the Scholar's madness for centuries, but to no avail. Nobody can explain the cause of this phenomenon. Surely you can see what that implies, Scribe Al-Haytham. If it's knowledge no mortal can comprehend, then it must be something only gods are able to decipher. In other words, it's the source of the God of Wisdom's omniscience and omnipotence.
But the sage's end product won't be Greater Lord Rukkhadevata. It will be the Balladeer.
You must have noticed by now. The Academia doesn't care about who their god is. It's the ability to exercise control over knowledge and wisdom that matters. It is as if they are cursed with a desire for omniscience and omnipotence that burns in their blood. Some organisms demonstrate phototaxis, and thus orient their entire lives in respect to sources of light. For the sages, their only source of hope is the existence of a deity who embodies the acme of wisdom. This is but a form of phototaxis. For many scholars, the absence of a god of wisdom means stumbling in the darkness for the duration of their lives.
Then what does Lesser Lord Kusanali mean to you? Is she not a true god present in this world? If you already have a new god, why try to create another one?
From the beginning, the Academia has never treated her as a god. When the Academia first discovered Lesser Lord Kusanali, the newborn god of wisdom, the sages hoped that she would be as wise as Greater Lord Rukkhadevata. But upon evaluation, They found that at the time, she possessed no more intelligence than any ordinary human child. The sages never had a ruder awakening. This forced them to accept that Greater Lord Ruka Devata had indeed passed away. Not to mention that Lesser Lord Kusanali's Gnosis had been used to power the Akasha this entire time. By herself, she has neither an Archon's raw power, nor the spectacular insight expected of a god of wisdom. Slowly but surely, people began to forget about her existence.
So, this is the path the sages have chosen.
Even now, they still refuse to acknowledge Lesser Lord Kusanali. I never imagined a god could be subjected to such cruelty.
Alright, let's try to keep our cool. If everyone's in a bad mood, then let's change up our scenery. Raman, give me a few men to help us escort the village keepers back to the village. And these two scholars, they're coming too.
Sure. As you wish.
Okay, so now they want us to teleport all the way over there. I think I'll explore this little area first, though, very fast. There might not be any treasure chests over in this area. Well, there's something all the way over there, but since I'm here and I was looking for stuff anyways, I may as well go get it very fast, and then I'll continue on.
Time to work.
Allow me.
I'll get rid of him first. You know what?
Here we go.
Do that.
Time for takeoff.
Gather him up. Oh crap. Darn it. Didn't work out the way I wanted it to. Okay, I think that's all of them, right? Oh no, there's still more.
Are you
Switch.
here to play with me? Hold the line. Blink.
Oh, there. I was like, where is it? I couldn't see that guy off in the background for a second there. But I knew they had to be around here.
My apologies. Embrace the ice.
Good. So give me... There you are.
I shall treasure this good fortune.
Is there anything else over here that I missed? Okay, I think I got everything, so let's teleport over there now.
The village keepers you found have all been returned to their homes, and each one has a dedicated caregiver to look after them. The two new scholars are being kept under close supervision, too. Really great work, everyone.
The atmosphere is so heavy.
It's hard not to feel weighted down by what we just learned. Despite everything Lesser Lord Kusanali has done for her people, the Academia has abandoned her in the sanctuary of Surasthana like a lost cause. Even those she's protected have never realized there's such a small and childlike god in the world.
Hey! Say something! Stop spacing out!
Come on, is there nothing left to talk about? In that case, let's all get some water and try to think about something else.
Or I can go fetch some snacks.
Oh! Paimon's so coming with you!
Do you have any plans, Traveler?
Gods above, you're not talking about work, are you?
I want to share everything I know with all of you.
So you were still withholding some information?
Yes, I'm sorry, I had my reasons, but now I know we're all in this together. In between the conversations, Candace and Paimon bring over snacks and tea. Dea's expression is relaxed, as if her mood hasn't been affected by the heavy conversation at all. Sino has a firm and solemn expression on his face. It looks like he's made up his mind about something. The core of his beliefs, his motivation, something. Alhaithan also turns towards the crowd. After that, the whole story comes out. All the experiences, feelings, and secrets are shared freely with everyone. To share everything means to consider everyone as allies.
Even though we lived through all of this firsthand, it still feels super surreal to hear you talk about it again.
I'm so annoyed that they don't allow you to continue on your own. Like, because it does it automatically, and I can't read it all, it just annoys me every time. Anyways, that's everything we've experienced so far in Samaro.
What a whirlwind of a story. Felt like I was holding my breath the whole time.
It seems like there will be more issues to face in the days ahead than I'd anticipated.
Still, now's a good time to make our next move. Now that Ramon's joined us, we'll be an even stronger team.
It's time to make a plan.
Indeed. These events are a flagrant transgression of the rules in every sense. We cannot allow it to continue.
So, everyone, are we on the same page?
Crush the sages and rescue our god. That is our ultimate goal.
No matter what lies ahead, I will do my utmost.
Well, let's brainstorm a little more about what other resources we can draw on.
The next time we gather here, we must have a solid plan.
Yep, it'll work out for sure.
So, Chapter 3, Act 4 complete. And now, this is the quest, believe it or not, that I have to complete in order to be able to start the Fabulous Fungus Frenzy timed event. Let's go ahead and talk to Al-Haytham here.
Don't rush. This is a big undertaking, and the planning and preparation for what lies ahead will no doubt take some time. Take it slowly. We need to make sure the plan is as effective as possible.
He's starting to read his book again. Hey, are you even listening?
Would you like me to lend you something to read?
No way. Your books aren't quite to Paimon's tastes.
I was joking. I know my books are far too difficult for you, and I have no intention of lending them out.
Ugh, you're
Wow.
so annoying.
Let's talk to Candace.
You must let me know if there's anything I can do to help. Though I cannot leave Aru Village, I can't help but feel stirred when I see the looks in your eyes. I've never felt as roused as this when fighting alone in the past. I suppose this must be the power of camaraderie.
Okay. And now, Sino.
In the past, I never imagined that even the gods could suffer from hardship. If we can find a way to change all of this, will this nation become a better place?
Let's talk to Dea now.
The past few days have been some of the most challenging work I've ever taken on, and none of it'll earn me a single Mora. I can't believe it.
Look on the bright side, Dia. Maybe we'll get a huge reward after this is all over.
You've got a point. Hey, what would you do if you woke up tomorrow with more money than you could ever spend?
Paimon would buy boatloads of tasty snacks.
That's it?
And maybe some tasty drinks as well?
How adorable. Well, here's to all our indulgent fantasies. If there's a chance they can come true, I'll give it my best shot. And here's hoping that everything we do from now on will change this world for the better.
Okay, cool. Now let's talk to Uncle Ampu. My old pal, what do you think? When we're too old to remember anything, will there be any young people willing to take our places? Of course, don't say things like that. Our village may be small, but we've got quite a lot of decent youngsters here. Never mind the people who came back from working with the Eremites. Even Chasm's boy is working hard, you know. True. You're right. I must have been overthinking. I'm sure we'll have more reliable successors like Candace in our village. Of course, speaking of Candace, remember when she was a little girl? How she'd go to the wrong house because of her poor eyesight? Yes, that did happen, I believe. Between the two of us, I guess you're the one with good memory. Okay, then. So, wait a second. What the? There was... Never mind. I'm not even going to question anymore. Let's go outside. Okay, so they want us to wait until the next day and then gather in the village chief's house to hold a meeting. So that's what I'll do.
Candace! We're here! Has everyone arrived?
Everyone is already waiting inside.
Well, what are we waiting for? Let's join them!
Please, wait a moment.
What's the matter?
Before attending the meeting, I hope you can promise me one thing.
What do you need?
Promise me that you won't commit to anything too reckless.
What do you think?
Sure, I'll try not to.
Okay.
Akasha pulses. The Culpa flame rises. I think that's what it said. Anyways, we have to go inside the house now.
Everyone's here so early! But why isn't anybody talking?
We already discussed things a bit.
Hey, where have you been? I've missed you too.
Are you ready?
We can start now.
Very well.
After some discussion and debates, the group finally works out
Are
a
you sure
detailed
this is
plan
gonna
together.
work?
I gotta admit, it's bold. Color me impressed.
It's worth a try.
The point of discussion is to arrive at a solution. Let's cut the small talk and move to the next point.
You're making Paimon nervous.
Okay, what's the next point?
You're finally done.
Apparently, yeah.
I have some other stuff to take care of. Catch you all later. Come on, don't give me that face. I know what you're going to say. I'll be careful.
That's what I wanted to hear. Take care. Well, traveler, Paimon, judging from your expressions, the meeting must have been quite productive.
You can tell?
I'm not that good at scheming or strategy, but I can sense people's emotions. And based on your reaction, things must have gone quite well.
We'll make our move on the next Nagarba day, or however you say that.
Paimon's a little worried. Hopefully nothing will go wrong.
To be honest, I feel the same. But you're already some of the most capable people I know. So you have my trust.
Candace gave us a compliment.
Your deeds speak for themselves.
Candace, we stayed behind to tell you that, although you won't be coming with us, we'll be sure to remember your words.
I'm very glad to hear that. I've said the same thing to everyone here today as I said to you when you arrived. Your safety is the most important thing. Only when you're safe can the plan be successful. So please, take care.
Thank you, Candace.
You're welcome. And thank you for taking my advice. Good luck with everything. I'll be here in the village praying for you.
Okay, and they want us to meet up with Alhaitham, but I'll be doing that in the next video, so thanks for watching. Next time I play, I'll, continue with the Aranara stuff, and then after that I'll continue with the Archon quest stuff. And once I don't know if I have to complete the entire act, or just this quest in the act, to be able to activate the, timed event stuff, but we'll see as we go along. So anyways, yes, thanks again, see you next time, bye-bye.